Hi, thank you so much for joining us today for our interview session. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Lukman Bahaki bin Hanafi, and you can call me Bahaki.
My name is Zairul Fitri bin Umar here, but you can call me Zai.
My name is Muhammad Aizat Jufri, but you can call me Izzat.
And my name is Muhammad Ezri Faisani, but you guys can call me Ezri.
Okay, so today we are going to conduct an interview session uh, for our varieties of English language assignment project. So without further ado, let's get into it. But first, to get started, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us your name, where you are from in India, and maybe one fun fact about yourself.
Okay, hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm Varshavini Ganesan, and I was born in India. I was born in this remote village called Velangani, Tamil Nadu in India. And then after that, like after a few years, I moved to Chennai, which is the city of like Tamil Nadu. So yeah, and recently I just came down here to Malaysia for studies and everything. So yeah, that's that. Random fun fact. Hmm. Random fun fact. I would say like I don't know, just a random fun fact about me. I'm a huge foodie. I really like trying different foods, especially coming from India. When I try like Chinese foods there, right? It was very like it's way different from what I'm trying here. Like the taste, I feel like it's more authentic here probably. But yeah, that's a random fun fact.
Okay, that's very great. Like a very interesting fun fact about you. So I think we can start the interview now. We'll start with the questions. Okay. So for the first question, Varsha, um, if someone visited your country, which is India today, where do you think they would hear English the most?
To be honest, like all around, like especially from where I'm from, what I've seen is like we do use like random English filler words in our daily conversation. Like you'll be speaking Tamil and then there'll be filler words. So for the most part, most of us can like communicate basic stuff, especially with foreigners and everything. But if you look at it like in a more vast situation, you would hear it like in Chennai, especially because it's like the hub for like all the foreigners. Like at malls and all the tourist spots, for the most part, there are people who speak English, and also with the younger generations, right? We do tend to communicate in English between us for the most part. So yeah, that's where you hear English.
I see. So, do you think like for in everyday conversations, would it be like more at a place like a school, at a workplace, shopping malls, public transport, social media, or where else?
I would say like social media, yeah, they do use English because there's so many languages in India. I think there's over 74 languages if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we do like all the influencers and everyone, they be advertising English. And then other than that, like I went to international school, so I'm not really sure. But from an international school perspective, we did like communicate in English. And I've never really seen it in public transport and everything. But yeah, that's what I think. Like that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving on to the next question. When was the last time you used English? So, what were you doing, and who were you speaking with?
I would say like yesterday, maybe I was out with my friends. It was my friend's birthday party, and we just communicate in English for the most part. And
I
also,
see.
like the cafe I went to, the owners, like I mean, the people who took my orders, the waiters, and everyone just communicated in English. So yeah.
I see. So let's say if you suddenly couldn't use the English language anymore, how do you think
Mhm.
your daily life would change?
Will really affect my life because sometimes I truly just forget words because there's so many languages here. Like I do have friends who are Telugu, Malayalam, and all that, right? And I speak very fluent Tamil, but like my Hindi is not that good. So like Hindi is our national language, by the way. So when it's not that good and I forget words and everything, English is the one that saves my life. Like when it comes to communicating, it will really affect me. And also when it comes to professional settings and like colleges and everything, we learn it in English. So like, if I didn't know English, if it wasn't used, it would be a hassle to be honest.
So definitely, English is a life changer for everyone, I would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so for our next segment, this is more towards like history. So my question is, do you know how English first became widely used in India? And we'd love to hear what you know about the history of English in your country, India.
Oof. I don't really remember. I learned this years ago, but like I would say like I think it's probably during the colonial era when we were like invaded. So yeah, I feel like the British and everyone were just speaking English and like the locals were forced to learn it. And then I mean recently, it became the global global language and everything, and like we needed professional settings and everything, so it just went on.
Ah, I see. Okay, so compared to your parents or grandparents' generation, do you think that do you think young Indians use English more today and why?
Yes, I truly do think like people, the younger generation, people my age communicate more in English. Uh, if you ask me why, it's because it's just easier to have like one language to communicate with everyone. Because like like at school and everything, there are international students from other parts of the world. So when they're there, like we just communicate in English is way easier. Why else do I think a younger generation speak English? I feel like we were exposed to media in a quite young age. So we were just so used to English that it just became the norm. And like English also became like an educational like milestone or like a set point that it's just normalized with us younger generation.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, I agree. Okay, so for next question is, India has many different languages, right? So have you ever been in a situation where English was the only language everyone could understand?
Um haven't fully been in that situation yet because for the most part like I do understand a bit of Hindi and like I can speak it a little, but then like yeah, when it comes to points where I can't really speak English did help me. Wait, sorry, hang on. Yeah, like English has been like the only language I could communicate, especially when I traveled to North India. There was like some parts where like, I couldn't understand their accent or anything. When someone's speaking, I was just there like, huh? Or like some of them would like just straight speak to me in a different language I don't even know. So like, yeah, English really saved me in those situations, especially here in India. Lah.
Yes, I see. All right. So, could you share an experience where English helped you communicate with someone from a different state who spoke another language?
Um, For instance, like I told you when I went to North India, like our tour guide wasn't from the state. But like yes, he was an international tour guide as well. He did speak pretty fluent English. So yeah, that helped me communicate with him. That helped me like plan my journeys and everything. That was pretty helpful. So yeah.
Is that
Moving on to the next part, I will also ask about global perspective. So the question is, why do you think English has become a lot more important nowadays in India?
I would say with in the amount of international organizations here and all the other businesses coming in and everything, English has been quite important, like to communicate with other countries and all that. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, yep. So probably just the businesses and education and all that contributed to how important English is in India, I guess.
Yes. So next up, how do Indians feel about the growing use of English? I mean, like let's say the older generation, are they perhaps supporting it, or maybe some of them are even against the usage of English?
Hmm. I've seen people who are against it because they're like, oh, you're uncultured because you can't speak your mother tongue properly, or why do you keep speaking in per se white people language? But it's just normal. It's just the older generations don't want us to lose touch to our roots and everything. But yeah, I haven't really seen that much recently. So yeah, that's that.
Yes. So for the last question from me, so what are Indian words or expressions that are commonly mixed into English? I mean, over here in Malaysia, we use some language like mixing Mandarin and English in order to make the
Mm-hmm.
situation left in that. Are there perhaps any usage of like that in India?
Yeah, there are a few words that we just use like for water. We use the word water, even though we're speaking whatever language, be it Hindi or Tamil. Like we just because it's so commonized and such a basic word, right? And also another fun fact is in English we call electricity electricity, right? But back in India they would be confused if I randomly said electricity. Like they use the word current. So there's just little small tweaks. So yeah.
Alright. Thank you, Izrin. So, for my question, are there any Indian words or expression that people naturally use in English conversation? Could you give us a few example of it?
Ooh, for the most part, we use slangs. I feel like it's the same here because I did notice you guys use la and I don't know way, I think. But yeah, back in India we would use day. Like day, let's go do this, or let's go do this lah. You get me something like how you guys speak. Yeah, that's. I mean, day isn't really English, but it's a slang we use. I mean, you get me. It's not really, yeah, it's like a Tamil word we use with our English conversations. I can't really come up with any on the spot right now, but yeah.
I see. Alright. My next question is, could you pretend you are having a casual conversation with your friends and naturally use some of those Indian English words or expressions?
Hang on. Wait, let me. I need a second to think about it. Um, 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 um okay, let's say Macha, let's go for a movie. That's something I would say. And then other than that, I would be let's just meet at we use the word only. Oh, that I forgot. We use the word only at the end of our sentences, although it's not grammatically correct. It's just normalized here. So we oh, Macha, just meet me at the what cafe nearby only, or something like that.
Oh, yes. I see. So, are there any English words that have a different meaning in India compared to other English-speaking countries?
Yeah, as I said, the electricity, current. Other than that, I can't really come up with any. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been here for a while. That I'm like kind of forgetting. But yeah.
Yes. Okay. My next question is, looking ahead, what role do you think English may play in India over the next 10 years in the future?
Ooh, I really hope it's more widely spoken and that we could communicate with each other like in proper English and like fluent English. And like, yeah, it would really help with the development of the country as well if more people speak English, like everyone gets better jobs, like, you know? So yeah, English should be pretty helpful. I hope like in 10 years we do develop into a better like English speaking country.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my last question: if you could describe the relationship between India and the English language in just 3 words, what would they be and why?
Oof. Wow. Wait, hang on. India in 3 words. English language. Important. Important in the sense that we, yeah, I told you replacing words. And then other than that, I would say, oh, ah, cannot come up with any. Hang on, let me think about it. English. Wait, can you repeat that question again?
My last question: if you could describe the relationship between India and the English language in just a few words, what would they
Okay,
be and why?
okay, convenient. Say it's pretty convenient when we speak English. And it's just accommodating, to be honest, when it comes to like people from other countries visiting our country. So yeah, that's the 3 words I would use.
Uh,
Important, important, I forgot the next word, and then accommodating. Yeah.
oh yes. So there is the end of our question and our interview session. So overall, thank you so much, Pasha, for joining us, for having us today. And do you guys have any question left before we end our interview?
No, we don't have any more
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all from us. Thank you so much, and we hope all the best for your future and
Right. Thank you, Basha.
Thank you guys. Thank you for
all right.
having me.